The spawner survey program is one of Skagit Fishery Enhancement Group's volunteer-based monitoring programs. And this program is really focused on identifying areas where there's a blockage to fish, and then trying to see what happens when we improve that blockage, i.e. are fish actually able to access that area. Many of the reaches that we survey as part of the spawner survey program are areas where WDFW has indicated that it would be useful for them to have information to check their predictions. So the data we collect on all of our reaches is turned into the Department of Fish and Wildlife to help develop their escapement goals, which essentially means that how many fish do they expect to come back in any given year. Another way that these data are used is to document that there are actually fish present in the stream. In many cases, before Skagit Fisheries Enhancement Group volunteers did surveys, we didn't really know whether there were salmon present in any given stream or not. Many people are looking for this data, and yet nobody really has the money to collect it. Skagit Fisheries Enhancement Group is not alone in having trouble funding some of this long-term monitoring. So I think what really makes this program worthwhile is that we were able to provide a service to some of these other regulatory agencies. But at the same time, we're also able to engage people who are interested in salmon and that live in our watershed to participate in collecting that data. It's relatively easy to train people who are interested in it how to recognize the different kinds of adult salmon when they're coming back to spawn, and how to identify salmon reds. So then by sending out a whole group of people every year to collect that data, we can cover a wide area, and we can provide lots of data to the user groups to the regulatory groups that they otherwise wouldn't have. For me, what makes this program worthwhile personally is that the volunteers who get involved generally start with some level of interest of fish. But as they're working for us and collecting this data, they learn a lot about not just how to recognize fish and how to recognize a red, but how the ecosystem operates. It's not just about the fish. They're walking a specific stream. It's near their home. They get to know that stream intimately. They see it week after week. They see what it looks like in low flow, what high flow, raging flood, when it's covered with ice. And they get a real appreciation for the different kind of conditions that salmon experience in these streams, for the different kinds of areas that salmon use, the adult fish. They see them in different places than they see the juvenile fish, for example. The more they know and the more they appreciate these programs and projects, the more they become advocates for our programs. You see an ankle-deep stream go from something that was kind of clear and cold and just a trickle to deep, dark, mysterious sort of flood that's full of water, and suddenly you spy a 1.5 foot long blood red coho salmon. So I think that one of the things that's really unique about this program is that, and that I'd love to have people who haven't participated in to know about, is that it really does give you a whole new perspective on the stream day to day and week to week. And I think that that's one of the things that people get really enthused about and engaged in. And that's my favorite part, is probably seeing that process happen, seeing that awareness come.